You're born in Nowheresville, USA, most likely in a hospital or hatched in a pod. It's 1998 and your mom names you Jimmy, but you'll be known as MrBeast soon enough. As a kid, you get addicted to the crack of your generation, video games. At age 13, you start a YouTube channel about video games. You think, what should I call my channel? I'll just use my Xbox Live gamer tag. And you call it Beast5TY. Armed with a $9 microphone and a fresh copy of Call of Duty, your first videos are a dream come true, with millions of adoring fans. Just kidding. No one cares at all. The YouTube algorithm gives you the and tells you to crawl back to the hole from whence you came. You think, who wouldn't want to watch a 13-year-old play video games? After 10 months of struggling, and videos getting as little as 5 views, you're deflated and pissed off, and you delete Beast5TY forever. Your frustration is compounded by constant visits to the toilet and the feeling like someone is punching your gut every 6 minutes. The doctor tells you it's Crohn's disease. But between visits to the bathroom, you summon the courage to start a new channel. You call it That Dude and do videos of Pokemon, Black Ops 2, and Minecraft. Actually, why don't we call it MrBeast 6000? After a year and a half, you finally did it. You finally hit only 300 subscribers. Reality starts to settle in, and one night you curl up in a ball and cry because you know you aren't making enough to do YouTube for a living. You consider quitting and getting a job at Hardee's. The thought of having to do anything besides YouTube makes you so depressed because all you want to do is make videos. Your mom tells you, enough. Either go to college or move out. I'm not just going to pay for you to sit in the room and chase this fairy tale dream. That's when it clicks. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm 18. I'm only making like $200 a month. Something's got to happen now. You now have 3 months of summer, not even sleeping, where every hour of the day is do or die. You grind for 15 hours a day knowing you have nothing to fall back on because you had horrible grades in high school. When college comes around, you're still only making $200 a month, but it's not enough, and your only choice is college. 2 weeks in, you're sitting in class, the teacher is reading out of some book, and you think, why am I here? What is this? I hate this. So you just get up and leave and don't go back. But you still aren't making enough to move out, so every day you pretend like you're going to college, but you just sit in your car and edit videos. And you don't know it, but your next move changes your life forever. You're bored of doing videos about video games and feel like you can't get too far with that kind of channel. You decide you're now going into this specific YouTube niche of random videos. You cut a plastic table in half with a plastic knife, and all of a sudden you're at 50k subscribers. You think, how random can I make these videos? You microwave a microwave. You read the entire B-movie script. You count to 100,000 in 24 hours, thinking, wait, this is a ridiculous idea, but 30 million people watch it. Finally, you look into your account and that's when you tell your mom, yeah, I just made $20,000. I think I'll move out now. Your next mission, you spend hours on the phone with companies trying to convince them to give money to sponsor your videos, only so you can give away that $10,000 to a homeless man, a video that gets over 2 million views. And that's not the first money you give to people randomly. Why not try the same thing with Uber drivers and pizza delivery men? By this time, you've hit 1 million subscribers. The 10k giveaways turn into 50k and then 100k giveaways. Life's great. You're thinking, I'm the man. But your morals are about to come into question. You're scrolling on Twitter and somebody says, hey, Jimmy, you're giving away all this money, but what are you doing for the environment? You think to yourself, touche, random internet person. You jump on the phone with Mark Rober, talk to a few companies, and all of a sudden you've planted 20 million trees for 20 million subscribers. You buy an island for $800,000 and give it to your buddy Chandler, making everyone who saw it question why they didn't pick up the $30 lunch tab for their friend. Oh wait, did you forget? Yeah, you forgot, didn't you? 5 years ago, you made a video to yourself saying, Jimmy, if by this time today, October 2020, you don't have 1 million subscribers, your life has been a failure. Today's that day, and you beat that by a cool 43 million. As if your conscience isn't heavy enough, having millions engorge on the modern day crack that is your videos, you think, what else can they engorge on? What about hamburgers? And in December of 2020, you launched MrBeast Burger. But how did you launch 300 restaurants? You use ghost kitchens, which means your customers don't go to a restaurant. You just hire people in different cities and they make the food and people order it on Uber Eats or DoorDash. The reviews are brutal, but after giving away millions and planting millions of trees, how's your conscience doing? Just you wait. Your videos are consistently hitting 200 million views, The kind of numbers advertisers dream of, yet oddly enough you can't get any decent sponsors. Why? You're too expensive for them now. You ask for $1 million to $2 million for as many eyeballs as the Super Bowl, which is a fair deal, but every executive you talk to is like, yeah, that's 5 times my budget for the entire quarter. The videos you're making cost on average $4 million or more per video, and you're barely breaking even on your MrBeast channel. That's okay though. MrBeast Gaming, Beast Reacts, and your channels in other languages generate millions more in revenue. Plus, you're the king of YouTube at over 300 million subscribers. Hold on. You're having another genius idea. What if chocolate? I like chocolate. People like chocolate. People like me. Yeah, I'll start a chocolate bar company. And you do. You call it Feastables, and you're the first chocolate bar company to try and compete with the likes of Hershey and Nestle in decades. One of the cool parts about Feastables, remember how sponsors couldn't afford you? Now you can use your own company to sponsor your videos. You think to yourself, oh man, how am I going to get this shelf space? This is going to be a grind of meetings and rejections. You meet with a buyer at Walmart with a wholesale pitch prepared, but did you forget? You're MrBeast. All those years as a teenager of 15-hour days and sacrifice are finally paying off from the reputation and the audience you've built. Of course we'll put your product on our shelves, Jimmy. Are you kidding me? In no time, your chocolate bars are on the shelves of Walmarts all across the U.S., while you personally drive to different Walmarts to mystery shop your own product, disguised in a beanie and sunglasses. Why are you disguised? Well, because you've reached a level of fame where people mob you wherever you go. The one person who truly understands you is your girlfriend, Tia. You work pretty much every waking hour of the day. There's some months where you're on set 28 days out of 30, but she gets it. She encourages you to pursue success and to do more. And your next feat is about to shatter 40 Guinness World Records. You're about to do a full-on TV show on a streaming platform. Netflix flies you out to their headquarters and you're sitting in a boardroom with a bunch of executives, and it becomes clear that they only care about money. They tell you they want final cut, meaning they make the ultimate decisions. You think, F that. No executive is going to tell me how to shoot my TV show. The whole reason I got into YouTube is to make the videos how I want. You fly out to do more meetings like this with other streaming platforms, and it's just more of the same. You think, maybe it's just not meant to be. That is until you meet Amazon Prime. You sit down and say, listen guys, I'm sorry, but I have to have final cut and shoot this the way I want. They look you dead in the face and say, yeah, no problem. We trust you, Jimmy. Do your thing. We'll give you a budget of $10 to $50 million an episode, and oh yeah, don't f this up. And you're like, okay, I guess if I don't deliver, there's tens of millions of dollars at stake, and everyone will say that YouTubers can't make it on streaming platforms. No pressure there. You've now got 1,000 people competing for $5 million. Fun, right? Yeah, until contestants filed a lawsuit claiming unsafe conditions, harassment, and exploitation. But this has been a thing for a while. Your success has brought a ton of criticisms, lawsuits, and complaints. You've millions of fans who adore you, and many who think you play with people's emotions and well-being. You make the lines of what's ethical and moral as clear as mud. Are you greedy, a genius, a philanthropist? Or are you just a kid making videos who can't stop? Only you know. From that pre-programmed destiny that was instilled in you from when you were hatched in that pod. I mean, from birth.